Maha-Bharata, second part, chapter 31, scene 5, Bheeshma's final prayers. Bheeshma Dev spoke in a voice which touched the hearts of all present. Krishna returned Bheeshma's affectionate gaze and raised his hand in blessing. Krishna then glanced across at Yudhishthira, nodding slightly, indicating that the Pandava monarch should now place his doubts before Bheeshma. Yudhishthira then began to ask about the essential principles of various religious duties. Bheeshma responded in detail, repeating Vedic knowledge which he had imbibed from the celestial rishis and which he had personally himself realized. Bheeshma cited many examples from the ancient histories to illustrate his points, and Bheeshma's audience was spellbound. Why, even the gods themselves assembled just to hear Bheeshma's instructions. And the day soon passed. At sunset, everyone retired to their own encampment, planning to return again at sunrise the next day. And for more than 50 days, the conversation continued. Bheeshma began by defining all the classifications and duties of the forecasts and orders of life in terms of the individual's qualifications. Then, Bheeshma systematically described how one could become free from material entanglement even while still engaged in work. Bheeshma further explained acts of charity, the practical duties of a king, and which activities lead to salvation. And to the full satisfaction of Yudhishthira, Bheeshma answered all of Yudhishthira's questions. At the end of 50 days, Yudhishthira finally felt his doubts and uncertainty cleared up. Gradually, the sun moved toward its northern declination, and as it passed into the northern hemisphere, that time favored by perfected yogis for leaving the world, Bheeshma ended his instructions to Yudhishthira and focused upon his departure. Now, being completely free of all material attachment, Bheeshma Dev withdrew his mind from everything else and fixed his eyes upon Krishna, who stood before Bheeshma displaying 4 hands and dressed in glittering yellow garments. Bheeshma thus stopped all sense activity and began praying to the supreme controller of all living beings. Shri Bheeshma Uvacha Iti Matir Upakalpita Vitrishna Bhagavati Satvata Pungave Vibhumni Sukam Upagate Kvachit Vihartung Prakriting Upeyushi Yad Bhava Pravaha. Oh, let me now invest my thinking, feeling, and willing, which were so long engaged in different subjects and occupational duties. Now let it be invested in the all-powerful Lord Krishna. He is always self-satisfied, but sometimes, being the leader of the devotees, Krishna enjoys transcendental pleasure by descending onto this material world, although from Krishna only the material world is generated. Tribhuvana kamanang tamala varnang ravikara gaura varambaram dadhane vapur alaka kulavritana nabjam vijaya sakhe ratir astume anavadya. Yes, Sri Krishna is the intimate friend of Arjuna. Krishna has appeared on this earth in his transcendental body, which resembles the bluish color of the tamala tree. Krishna's transcendental body attracts everyone throughout the 3 planetary systems. May Krishna's glittering yellow dress and Krishna's lotus face, covered with paintings of sandalwood pulp, be the object of my attraction, and may I not desire fruitive results. Yudhi turaga rajo vidhumra vishvak kacha lulita sramavari alankritasye mama nishita sharaya vividyamana kvachi vilasat kavache astu Krishna Atma. On the battlefield, Krishna attended Arjuna out of friendship. The flowing hair of Krishna turned ashen due to the dust raised by the hooves of the horses. And because of his labor, beads of sweat wetted the face of Krishna. All these decorations, intensified by the wounds dealt by my sharp arrows, were actually enjoyed by Krishna. So let my mind thus go unto Lord Sri Krishna. Sapadi Sakhi Vacho Nishamya Madhye Nijaparayar Balayo Rathang Nivesha Stitavati Parda Sainikayur Akshna Ritavati Partha Sakhe Ratir Mamastu. It was in obedience to the command of his friend that Lord Krishna entered the arena of the battlefield of Kurukshetra between the soldiers of Arjuna and the soldiers of Duryodhana. And while Krishna was there, he shortened the lifespan of the opposite party by his merciful glance. Yes, this was done simply by his looking at the enemy. Oh, let my mind be fixed upon that Krishna. Vyavahita pritanamukam niriksha svajana vidhad vimukasya dosha bhujya kumatim aharad atma vidyayayash charanarati paramasya tasya me astu. In the beginning, Arjuna was seemingly polluted by ignorance upon observing the soldiers and commanders before him on the battlefield. But the Lord eradicated his ignorance by delivering transcendental knowledge in the form of Bhagavad Gita. May Krishna's lotus feet always remain the object of my attraction. Swanigamam apahayamat pratigyam ritam adhikartum avapluto rathasthaha dritaratha charanaha abhyayachchaladgur harir ivahantum ibhang gatotariyaha. And then again, fulfilling my desire while sacrificing his own promise, Krishna got down from the chariot. He took up a wheel and ran towards me hurriedly, just as a lion goes to kill an elephant. Krishna even dropped his outer garment on the way. Shita vashikahato vashirna dangshaha Shataja paripluta atatayino me prasabang abhisasaramad vidharthang sa bhavatume bhagavan gatir mukundaha. May the personality of Godhead, Mukunda, who awards salvation, be the ultimate destination of my life. On the battlefield, Krishna charged me as if angry because of the many wounds dealt by my sharp arrows. Krishna's shield was scattered and his transcendental body smeared with blood due to the wounds. Vijaya Rata Kutumba Ata Totre Drita Hoya Rashmini Touch Triyekshaniye Bhagavati Ratir Astume Mumorsho Yam Iha Niriksha Hatagata Swa Rupam. And so, at this moment of death, let my ultimate attraction be to Sri Krishna, the personality Godhead. I concentrate my mind upon the chariot driver of Arjuna, who stood with a whip in his right hand and a bridle rope in his left. He was very careful to give protection to Arjuna's chariot by all means. Those who saw Krishna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra attained their original forms after death. Lalita Gati Vilasa Vaguhasa Pranaya Nirikshana Kalpito Rumana Kritamanukritta Vatya Unmadandaha Prakriting Agan Kilayasya Gopa Vadvaha. Let my mind be fixed upon Lord Sri Krishna, whose motions and smiles of love attracted the Gopi damsels of Brajadam. They imitated the characteristic movements of the Lord after his temporary disappearance from the Rasa dance. Munigana Nripavarya Sankule Antaha Sadasi Yudhishthira Rajasuya Esham Arhanam Upa Peda Ikshaniyo Mamadrishi Gochara Esha Avir Atma. And at the Rajasuya Yajna performed by Maharaj Yudhishthira, there was the greatest assembly of all the elite men of the world, including both the royal and learned orders. And in that great assembly, Lord Sri Krishna was worshipped by one and all as the most exalted personality Godhead. Yes, this happened during my presence, and I would remember this incident in order to keep my mind fully fixed upon my Lord Sri Krishna. Tam imam maham majam sharira bhajam hridi vridi dishtatam atma kalpitanam prati drisham iva naikadarkam ekam samadigatosmi vidhuta beda moha. So now I can meditate with full concentration about the one Supreme Lord, Krishna, who is now present before me, because I have transcended all misconceptions of duality in regard to Krishna's presence in everyone's heart as Paramatma. Why, he is even in the hearts of the mental speculators. Indeed, Krishna is in everyone's heart. For the sun may be perceived differently, but still the sun is one. Scene 6. Bheeshma's death and funeral. After saying farewell to Yudhishthir and his brothers, and instructing them to always worship the Brahmanas and to remain fixed in truth, Bheeshma fell silent and stopped all breathing. Suddenly his life air shot out from the crown of his head and went up into the sky just like a blazing comet. The rishis present could understand that Bheeshma had left his body in a brilliant spiritual form, entering into Krishna and thus going to the eternal transcendental atmosphere where Krishna forever displays his loving pastimes. They folded their palms and uttered praises of Uttama Shloka, Krishna himself. They then became silent out of respect for the illustrious Bheeshma Dev, while the Pandavas sat silently shedding tears, seeing that their beloved grandfather had finally departed once and for all. A few minutes later, the gods sounded their drums just to honor Bheeshma Dev. The Kshatriyas blew their conchals and beat drums. Demonstrations of honor and respect were made by all present, and showers of flowers fell from the sky. The Pandavas gazed mutely at the old Kuru leader, unable to move from the spot for some time. Finally, they fought back their tears and personally collected the wood to build the funeral pyre. Bheeshma's body, wrapped in a silken cloth, garlanded and smeared with fragrant scents and sandalwood pulp, was thus placed on the pyre. At Bheeshma's head stood Yuyutsu, holding a shining white umbrella. Bhima and Arjuna fanned Bheeshma on either side with chamaras, while Yudhishthir and Dhritarashtra fanned Bheeshma at his feet. The Brahmanas then performed the last rites, offering libations into the fire on behalf of Bheeshma, while chanting hymns from the Samaveda. They handed a flaming torch to Yudhishthir, who then lit the pyre. And as the flames consumed Bheeshma's body, the women cried out in grief. After Bheeshma had been cremated, the Kurus and the Pandavas returned to the Ganga. Bheeshma's ashes were cast into the holy waters, and everyone made offerings. Suddenly, Goddess Ganga rose up from the river. Radiant in her white silks and gold ornaments, Ganga Devi wept for the death of her son. "Alas! Where has my son gone? He of royal conduct and disposition. He was devoted to virtue and to serving his elders. Even the great Parashuram could not defeat my son. In Kashi, single-handedly my son overpowered the world's kings and took away the princesses. But now my son has been slain by that heartless Shikandi." Seeing Ganga Devi grieving, Krishna spoke and consoled her. "O goddess, rest assured that your son Bheeshma has attained the highest destination. His fame on earth will last forever. Now your son has gone to a place from which no one returns." So now comforted, Goddess Ganga cast off her grief. The Kurus then worshipped her and obtained Ganga's permission to return to the city of Hastinapur. Om Nrsinghaya Vidmahe Vajranakhaya Dhimahi Tanna Singha prachodayat, Vajranakaya vidmahe, Tikshnadangstraya dhimahi, Tanno Narasingha prachodayat. Namaste Narasinghaya, Praklada Aklada Dayini, Hiranya Kashi Pur Vaksha Shila Tankana Kalai, Ito Narsingha Parato Narsingho, Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsingha, Bahir Narsingha, Hridaye Narsingho, Narsingham Adin Sharanam Prapadi. Namaste Narasinghaya, Narsingham Adin Sharanam Prapadi. Tabakara Kamala Bharei Natham Adbhuta Singam, Dalita Hiranyakashipo Tanu Bringam, Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa, Jai Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Keshavadrita Nrsimha Rupa, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadish, Jaya Jagadish, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaha, Hari Harayi Namaha, Hari. Let us meditate upon Nrsimhadev, the Lord with lightning nails. May that transcendental lion promote our thinking. Yes, let us meditate upon Nrsimhadev, who is known as the possessor of nails which are as hard as thunderbolts, and he also has sharp teeth. Let us be enthused by Lord Narasingha.